And you're very welcome back to the Lads Podcast. Now, this isn't a regular episode. This is a Staycation special with Steve Collins from the Lad Podcast. How are you, Steve Collins from the Lad Podcast?
Great, man. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. I like this kind of interview setup.
Yeah, actually keep it, please. Yeah.
I will, yeah. Just as you're listening, we have a little microphone with us and we have my camera. So there won't be... This will be a shorter... fucking little bit more cowboy episode just because again we're on our holidays, so
Yeah, it's going to be a gentle one, lads.
just a bit of a gentle one. So
What?
So yeah, we'll just give you an update of our holiday, what we've been up to, and as you can maybe see from the title, we reached out to you and asked you to ask us some questions, and we're going to answer them, whatever they may be.
We're also really, really drunk and under the influence of every drug that we can have.
Is it every drug?
Yeah, we actually did it. We were like...
We did every single one.
We came up to Belfast and we were like, we have every drug. And they were like, oh, aye. And we were like, cool. That's how it's done in the north, you know?
So Steve, start us off. Where do we go? What do we do? Who are you?
My name is Steve Collins of the Dara Toomey podcast.
Hello.
And the Andy McGrath Experience.
Yep.
So we went to our friend Jenny's home house in Ballinskelligs in County Kerry first.
Yes.
Which was fucking lovely.
Oh, one of the most beautiful places in the country I've been so far.
Except for every single one.
We don't
except
spoil
every
it.
single one we've went to since, like. They keep getting better. Compound interest, like.
Yeah, and then so after we did a night in Ballinskelligs, we headed up to Castle Gregory in Kerry, near Donegal.
2 nights there.
2 nights there, so that was nice. The boys and the girls partying on and so forth. Then when it got to Monday of this week, we started the travel, the adventure part of the holiday, because the start it was
adventure part of the podcast.
yeah, that part as well. But like the start of it was just kind of chill out, holiday, relax, have a good time. And now then we were like right on the go. So Monday night we camped in Doolin in County Clare, and do you know what? I have to say this now officially. Fuck Doolin.
Doolin's great.
I'm sick of Doolin. Every time we go there, it's fucking lashing raining, and you can't do shag all. It's like cliffs them over and rain. Now ye went out to Inisheer. Now the reason I say ye is because there's 8 of us. We're split across 3 cars. So
social distancing,
social distancing. Exactly.
Yeah, 4 of us went out to Inisheer.
So Steve and 3 other pals, and then I kind of split off between 2 other cars.
Yeah,
so
we had to separate ourselves. We're on holidays away from each other. We're here for the podcast.
Kind of since Monday, I
haven't seen much of you, really.
No, we kind of all convene in the evenings in the gaff, and if we go out together for a meal or whatever. But the travelling part of the day, which is like the majority of each day, we don't see each other.
No, it's actually true, yeah.
It's great.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking needed, like. I was like, this is the closest.
But I'm just fucking sick of Doolin. It's wet and nothing to do.
Well, we were there last year, and it's a funny town. Like, I actually kind of like it, and there's more to it than we kind of gave it credit for last time. Because I remember we went to a cafe before you arrived,
right?
And it was like a part of Doolin that we didn't even bother try the last year when we came. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is grand, but with COVID and stuff, But our main thing was camping. But we went out to Inisheer. We were supposed to go to Inishmore. We had booked a ferry for Inishmore.
And you missed it.
Missed it by 1 fucking minute.
Clunkers.
So we were like, fuck. And they were like, look, you can get the 1 o'clock ferry out to Inisheer if you want. We were like, grand, sign us up. So we went out to the Father's Head shipwreck, like.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
We went out to the Father's Head house.
We did that on the way then from Doolin to, where did we go second? Mayo?
The next place we went to was Westport up in Mayo.
Castle Bar, like.
It was absolutely... Yeah, it was supposed to be Westport. Get off Tinder.
No, it's Airbnb.
It's the Tinder right underneath.
No one's telling me about parking, Clare.
Oh, that's okay.
She said, it's free 24/7.
Cool. Sorry. Assuming it was Tinder.
Parking,
Apologies.
Yeah. I fucking say sorry.
We were planning on camping up in Westport, but the weather was so chronic we didn't want to camp a second night because we were all getting sick. Well, I was anyway. I was getting run down. I was like, I'm gonna be in fucking the hospital bed by the end of the week. Being, all dramatic as I am.
That's because you opened your tent and it got fucking soaked.
No, we didn't open it at all. We just came back to it and it was sealed up and it was just wet. My pillow was wet. The walls were wet and we woke up even more wet. So
you had a hole in it though, Dylan said.
Oh, did we? Yeah. There it is, lads. So we actually went out to Castle Bar in County Mayo.
Yeah.
And had a lovely... And it was nice last minute Airbnb. So we explored those areas. Lovely, very pretty.
Yeah, that was more of it, because we could have done the kind of Greenway one, but that was a kind of a middle of the holiday. We're kind of bait from scenes, so we just went into the town, had lunch, and we kind of went home and just had like the 8 of us for the first time kind of together. We played a load of cards and kind of just drank.
Yeah, it
and
was
cooked
good crack.
food, so
Yeah. I had a lobster for the first time in my life.
Yeah, it was horrible to look at.
It was horrible. Tasty though.
That day was like less about the scenes. The next day we went to Donegal and we climbed Mount Errigal.
Yes, so that was only yesterday. So where we were
you
on
didn't climb
holiday.
it though.
I'll tell you what happened. So again,
Flanker.
split across all our cars. Me and my friend Dave were in one car, and we're all going off Google Maps. We select Mount Errigal. Okay, up from Castlebar up to Donegal, and we stopped off in Donegal town.
Yeah,
like,
we didn't. We went straight on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were waiting for you anyway. We were like, oh fuck, they're gonna be 20
So
minutes.
anyway, we put it when we were leaving Donegal town. We put in Mount Errigal. Up we get, and we're like, oh, everyone's ringing us, and we're like, oh, we're 5 minutes away, nearly there. And everyone's like, oh yeah, no bother. And we arrive. We're like, this doesn't really look like a mountain. It's kind of a nice big hill. It turns out we went
And where did you go, Dara? Do you mind telling the audience where you went?
not Mount Errigal. We were
Mallinhead.
near Mallinhead. We were about 76 kilometres away from where we were supposed to be. So back in the car for another hour and a bit to finally reconvene with the lads who had started their ascent on Mount Errigal, which was treacherous. I've heard.
Sorry.
Sorry, bye.
Yeah.
And so
No, it was tough, but it was really, really rewarding. It's a really weird one because it's so boggy and kind of flat for the first while.
Yeah.
And then it gets suddenly really steep, but really stony. But it's like fucking so steep. So it was like almost hands and knees job, but the top of it is fucking scenes on toast.
We only went up for about half an hour, met two of our friends. We went down
They were on the way
to
back,
a
yeah.
local church, which is gorgeous. Guys,
Church.
I'm going to plug my Instagram, but at Dara Toomey or look up 3Me. If you want to see photos from our staycation, I've been lobbing them up. If you want to listen to this podcast, maybe look at those photos
That's
and
your
go.
Instagram account.
I don't have an Instagram
Oh, yeah,
account.
you
now.
don't
That's
do
my
it,
LinkedIn
no.
account.
Oh, fuck
add me on
yeah.
LinkedIn, guys. And
Add me on
Steve.
Bing. I
Add
have
me-
a Bing account. You know,
Add
you can
me
get
on-
Bing accounts.
Yeah, I'm on Bebo as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on supervalue.com. Anyway, so that was actually, even though we missed the mountain climb, my foot was I'm just a broken
You're
human.
just a little,
and
a little boy.
a little boy. I am.
You're a little boy.
Little bald
Get
boy.
out of here,
No,
little bald
like my
baby.
feet are falling apart for some reason. So I was kind of glad it was a blessing that I missed the full mountain climb. Fuck that as well. Fuck mountains.
Oh, I love the mountain, man.
And then we went back last night to a lovely Airbnb, had a lovely time. And today's adventure, which is the Thursday, it's my last day. I'm heading home tomorrow. The only reason why is because of cars. We don't have enough room for people, so I'm heading home early, taking one for the team.
Because two of the guys who are driving, the four
Yeah.
of you have to head home, so.
Mute your phone by, we're doing a podcast.
Whereas that was Tinder. Whereas you guys, they have to go home, so you kind of have to go with them because there's no space in my car. But the four people in my car were.
I hope you have a
were
great
staying
time.
on.
I hope you have a great time.
You'll be gone, like, so thank God.
Sure, you've barely seen me. You've better, no excuse. If I hear that you're having no less than an excellent time.
Huh?
What? Anyway, so today we went from Donegal we went up to the Giant's Causeway.
Yeah. Well, we went to Derry first.
We went to Derry first.
We stopped in Derry for
had
half an hour.
We had a nose around Derry city, so that was great to see.
Yeah, it was cool crossing the border and, metric turn to Imperial.
Yeah. Oh God, fuck that.
Yeah.
Miles and
Couldn't gauge it.
they'll be there in 1/3 mile. Fuck off.
200 yards on the motorway. I was like, what the fuck?
So it was I've never properly visited Northern Ireland, so it's been great to see them.
Same.
We're actually just back now. We've landed in Belfast about half an hour now, and we just
After Derry, we went to the Giant's Causeway in Antrim, which was
stunning
fucking
scenes
class.
on toast.
I think that was my favourite thing. So myself and Lynn went off for our own little walk, and we went around all that scenery that you didn't go to, the Spanish Arch or whatever. We were just.
We had a nice photo shoot
we
though.
were
on
the two of us. We were just like, this
that's
is class.
that's.
I know we went off for a ride, like
That's brilliant. Thanks. Sorry about that, listeners.
It's a joke.
It's not.
Yeah, no, it was full on serious.
Yeah. We had our photo shoot, so we're all right. But
you got some.
my favorite part looks wise was that national park up in the northwest of Donegal where Mount Errigal is. I just thought it was something straight out of Lord of the Rings. Well, we were all there, the national park, like
Donegal.
Yeah, where we were yesterday.
The fuck you on about?
We were in a national park. That's where Mount Errigal is.
Oh yeah,
we drove through it yesterday and
I
today.
thought it was just bog, like. Was that a park? No,
Yeah.
the park is like a different
No,
thing.
that's the national park with all the mountains.
Really?
Yes. And there was this lovely little
I didn't
church,
know that was a
abandoned
park.
church.
It was lovely though. Like,
national park.
it's a very different landscape to what we're used
Look,
to.
disagree. Just disagree for
Yeah,
this.
fuck off.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that's the staycation anyway. So I'm sure you were
what we
like,
did.
yes, I wonder what those guys have been up to for their week. So
We'll go on the session, Belfast City tonight.
yup, and that's like my last night, and then I'm 20 hours in a car back to County Cork.
And I've got 2 more days then of We don't know exactly yet. I think
Winging
County
it.
Down and County Kilkenny.
Brilliant.
We think.
And we'll move on to this part of the podcast, the part you might be actually interested in. I'm trying to whip out the phone with questions. So we ask your audience, you the listener,
audience,
your
yeah.
personal audience. We ask our audience as well for your input. And this week, because we're on holiday, we didn't want to be putting too much effort into a podcast.
Yeah, lads,
Obviously,
give us that.
we got the week off.
There wasn't many. Was that's from like last week.
Yeah, so Q&A again. So we won't do this often because who cares? But yeah, this is the opportunity for people to ask us kind of anything about us, the sketches, the podcast, or just something random. And of course, guys, if you're enjoying what you're listening to every week, and maybe you're like, hey, those guys even did a little podcast on their week off. If you appreciate that and the work we've been doing, patreon.com/the lads podcast. Donate whatever you can to the work we're doing for the podcast. And we'll be back this time next week with an actual structured podcast. Don't you worry, back to it. But for now, let's answer some questions. So Steve, what celebrities are asking us questions this week?
So Billie Eilish said, "Do you think you're funny?"
Is that you personally?
I don't know, probably. Like,
do you think you're funny?
I don't think, if we're talking about the two of us, I don't think we're like objectively hilarious, because I feel like we're quite nichely Cork, or maybe even Irish. Maybe we are.
So you don't think I'm funny?
No, I think I'm funny and you're not, and that neutralises.
Okay, cool. Next question.
No, a bit of imposter syndrome. I don't know. Or, do you think we're funny? I think we're kind of. I think we're crack.
I would think I'm funny because I don't. I literally do not have anything else going for me.
We're basically hilarious, and we just don't want to be fucking.
We're modest, yeah, but like with the three, I don't have anything else. I'd want to be funny.
I'm gonna fly through these. I'm only messing. Well, I might. It's Kerry. It's my birthday. Kerry Owen. That is.
Yeah.
It's my birthday. Gives a happy birthday, and I swear I'll start giving the lads 50 quid a week. Gary, you can have whatever you want if you're going to give us 50 quid a week. Like, you'll get a happy birthday cake delivered to you every day.
Yeah, we'll say happy birthday to you every day, Gary.
Now.
Happy, yeah, that's it now, and that's the
50
tune.
quid a week for the rest of it. The earth. Bag of cans or bag of hash? Oh, cans.
Hash.
Yeah.
But that's if I did, smoke hash.
Yeah.
I don't break laws.
Will you have a bag of cans with me? These are nice and quick.
It's just very niche questions.
20-minute
Will you
podcast.
have a bag of cans with me?
No.
Next question.
What school do you go to?
Our primary school where we went together was Shanbally National School.
Yeah.
In Cork. And
small little school. Good
I
crack.
went to secondary school in Carrigaline, and you went to Rochestown.
Yeah, I went to. Thanks.
You're welcome. And we did way more school. We did even more school. That's funny. We were only together for like for first level for primary school. And then you went to UCC. I went to CIT.
Yeah, and then we went to secondary school. Went
Again,
to college when we were 13.
We went to
secondary school then.
Yeah, we went back to secondary school then.
Primary, tertiary, and then secondary.
Yeah, sedimentary rocks. Yeah, that's how they're made.
Ignis as well. Yeah,
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Sorry if we're flying through this. We're on holidays, though. You know what I mean? Like it's just. Would you support a People's Republic of Cork? Would you support a People's Republic of Cork? Where would the capital of People's Republic of Cork be?
Well, I would absolutely support it.
I wouldn't support that, but I would say that two of us should be
the kings of Cork.
The kings of Cork.
Well, I wouldn't say should. We are the kings of Cork.
And
if you disagree with us, then look,
it's a monarchy.
You'll have to fight Steve.
It's a monarchy now, but
Steve's the brawn. I'm the brain.
We're not gonna have kids for that. Like it's just someone.
You'll have kids, but you'll breed.
Yeah, but
a woman's gonna want to breed with you. Look at you. Look at those genetics.
But. Right, how much money have you made from the podcast? No.
Loads. I can tell them how much money I've made from ad revenue from the YouTube videos of podcasts.
Oh,
so it's about 22,000 minutes watched. €3.50. Nice. So please support us on Patreon.
Where's my fucking cut?
My channel, bye.
Do you have siblings? If so, do they think you're crazy?
Yes and no.
I think mine thinks I'm weird. She'd never say it, but I think she thinks that. Nah, I'm only messing. I think no, not really.
Okay.
We're not that crazy, lads.
Whoa, look at us. We're boring men in our mid-20s.
Right. So I too am a born and bred Cork man. So what do you think of Cork and growing up here?
I have an interesting answer to that. Is like
I'd love to hear it.
Thanks, bye. I better answer it. So parents, in a sense, they're not blow-ins because my dad did grow up here, but he was moving around a lot. He came from England to Kinsale to Cove. Sorry, Dad, for breaching GDPR and telling people about your private information. But sure, look,
going to get you like
if Mark Zuckerberg's going to get you. But anyway, yeah. So, and my mom's from Galway originally, so we just kind of landed in a suburb in Cork, right? And we didn't necessarily have many roots here, or, really. So I felt like they're not necessarily blow-ins because they did live in Cork for a lot of their lives, but there's a lot of spread out. They did a lot of travelling, and all their circles are all spread around across the country and county.
Yeah.
So compared to you, then you're a proper Cork man. Your parents
never see me out of Cork.
No,
No, I'm not even out of Cork. Like,
no,
this is a hologram.
He's green screened. I'm up in Belfast. Steve
I'm
is
actually
green
in
screened.
Cork. It was all a lie. I'm on no fucking staycation.
Yeah. He's actually not allowed to leave the county.
No. County Hall. I'm sitting on the top of County Hall right now.
But I always felt a little bit alienated growing up because I didn't have a thick Cork accent. I didn't have many ties to Cork.
I felt alienated because I wasn't like, all right, bye.
Yeah, to put it another way, but genuinely, because I didn't have a thick Cork accent, so I didn't feel like I was a Cork person. My mother's a Galway woman, and my dad's my dad. And, so I don't know, I just felt like I didn't necessarily belong for a long time. It was only when I got into my late teens and early 20s and became an adult, I was like, no, I'm a Cork man. I really like Cork. I just started going, all right, bye.
I love Cork, yeah. I feel very proud of being from Cork.
I love it. But you, at least, your family's everywhere. You turn your head and there's a relative.
Yeah,
or there's a mom's friend or dad's friend.
That's it. 90% of them of my family are from Cork. It's a big family, and like my mom and dad grew up so close to where we live now anyway, so I know a lot of people through them.
And what I do like is now that I'm getting older and making more connections, even through 3Me, people knowing me, and from freelancing, from being a musician, from friends of friends of friends, I'm building up my roots in that county.
Belfast.
In Belfast. You're in Belfast, yeah? There's a lovely
County Belfast.
Load of Union Jacks where we're staying everywhere.
Yeah, it's funny actually.
Loyal to Brexit, it says across the road.
Yeah,
so,
literally. I was never up here. May have drove fast as a child or something once.
Yeah.
And even straight away crossing the border, I was like, every town I was in, I was like, yeah, I can feel that. It feels like I'm in England, like, from the architecture and stuff.
Interesting.
Which is kind of weird
because you can compare them.
Yeah, I mean, I have been. Look at me talking out my arse as usual.
Right. And we move on to the next question.
We have a load of questions here.
Okay, cool. Let's burn through them because they're short ones.
Fun. How did you lose your virginity?
Together.
In a bed. Together. In a bed with a
woman.
A woman. Yeah.
Same.
It wasn't Dara. Why aren't you spending more time with us on our holidays, you bollockses? Because we're doing this podcast. That's
the lads. That's patreon.com/the lads podcast.
This is sent in by our friend who's on the fucking staycation with us. What is your fuck?
Yes, I saw it. Go for it. Come on.
We're gonna fight.
I'm gonna read it. What is your standpoint on flora versus butter? And are they both butter, both spread, or what?
They're both butter.
No, they're not. There's two differences between butter and spread. Spread is like flora, right? It's spreadable. It is made out of butter unless you get the vegan shit. That's spread. Butter is like dairy gold. It's golden, salty, and delicious. We had a big debate over it the other day.
And we have this debate all the time.
Every single day.
Sorry.
So, yeah.
Look, send us in what you think it is like.
Yeah, to our web zone.
Sure, look, spiders.
Spiders are shit. Dying isn't great.
No.
Dying alone. Doing nothing with the rest of my life. Being a failure. Making all of this pointless and worthwhile. And I reached 30 and it was... what was the point?
Have you ever had to do a poo outdoors? Oh, I had to do a poo yesterday.
Outdoors?
Outside Mount Errigal. So, right.
You disgusting man.
This is what happened. Car parking out for Mount Errigal. Knotting around like, I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm going to be 2.5 hours up and down this.
You could have lied and said no.
And, no, I'm telling them. And I was like, how am I going to do a poo? Like, I was like, I could do it a poo it's imperative that I do a poo.
Yeah.
So I went across the road to an old bog and I squatted down. And I had toilet paper, by the way. Squatted down.
Oh, you didn't use your left hand?
Outdoor poo, like. It was brilliant.
I did one when I was like 11, same crack. It's
in your pants?
No.
I dropped my pants this time. Who would win in a fight, Easter Bunny or Kanye West? Or whoever. Would you rather spend a year on your own in an igloo apples in an hour or have Steve /Derek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you were in ghost, who would haunt you? Him. You're on a desert island. All your food, water, shelter, and medical needs are taken care of, but you were alone. What 3 items do you bring?
I had to think about this last night. I did, yeah, small thing.
Go on, so you answer.
I would bring a laptop. Because we have shelter and you have food and medical supplies, so you have a little gaff, essentially, just not much in it, right?
Just on an island, like.
So I would bring a smart TV.
Right.
So a smart TV has your Netflix and your Disney Plus. You can just log in, right?
The Disney
so you have
Plus,
all your you have all your telly. Okay.
Disney Plus,
And laptop, so you can go on the internet, play games, do whatever the fuck, write a novel.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be out there on your own, do nothing.
Oh, that's fine.
Write a few novels, and then what's my third thing?
A Wi-Fi tower, a fucking signal tower, because you are on an island.
A gun, just in case anyone.
Shoot yourself, yeah.
No, to shoot someone else, man. So it invades my fucking my private island.
You only have one bullet though. What's something you're not?
What's yours? What, three things on a
same.
desert island. Okay, same.
Three guns, like shotgun, rifle, and pistol.
Excellent answer. One bullet between them.
Yeah. What's something you're not proud of? Oh.
This podcast.
Yeah, this podcast.
Nah, I love this podcast. I love you.
What's your favourite smell? Hummus.
I love you too.
I love you too.
Thanks.
What's your favourite hummus?
What's your favourite hummus? I prefer the original myself.
What's your favourite natural sound? Who the fuck was this? Because this went around between the group and they were just throwing these in.
What's your favourite natural smell? Ooh, natural smell. Oh God, okay.
Natural sound.
Natural sound?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favourite natural sound?
Waves, I'd say, from the ocean.
I would say between waves and rain, because I go to sleep. It's funny, I don't like rain because rain's shit and wet, but I go to sleep a lot of the nights of the week with these headphones in, listening to rain sounds. It gets me to sleep.
Here's a good one. What's your favourite humming noise?
No, I like a more bassy one.
Actually, I like...
It tells a lot. It's like...
No, I like... What's the thing? I used to be able to do this thing. It's not a hum, but I can't do it since my voice broke. But when I was a kid, I used to be able to go... My voice is too low to do it now.
This is a good podcast.
If your parents were in a massive toaster-style grilling machine and you could only save one, who would it be?
So which parent would you let die, Steve?
Thanks for listening to the lads podcast.
Is there any more questions?
No. There was, but I'm not answering them.
Okay.
They're just
shitposting.
They're just shitposting. We answered a lot of shitposting there.
We did. Well, I hope you learned a little bit more about us here at the Lads Podcast.
Look at us. In fact, like that. Look, that was a bit of a mad one.
It was.
But in fairness,
it was short and loose.
We did something
like myself, short and loose.
Short and loose. Look at him. Loose.
Just say
man.
I'm short, 5'10". That's not short. That's bang average.
5. You're 5'5". And I'm 5'2". Stop telling them.
Why'd you have to fucking tell him that?
Come on,
man. They wouldn't have thought otherwise.
Will we go drink some cans?
Do we have cans?
No, we'll have to get them actually. Lads, thanks for listening to the Shams podcast.
That's actually that'll be our our secondary podcast.
Side stories.
The Shams podcast. So next week, look, we'll be back to work, back to the misery of daily life, but this time the summer's over and it's getting colder and darker. Ooh, I can't wait.
Yart.
So look, thank you so much for bearing with us. Last week's podcast on diet was a bit rushed. This week's is completely cowboy. We're sitting in a bed.
So next year is going to be heavy research.
Not
shit that'll blow your mind. Like.
Next year, so not next week. Next week will be just more crap. You said next year.
Did I?
Yeah.
Next year will be class.
Look, don't say that now. We said that about 2020 and look what's happened.
Mega COVID.
COVID 2.
Right.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week.
God bless.
God bless. Goodbye.